All right, let's just dive right into this explainer. Today, we are going to deconstruct a highly unusual piece of digital media from the channel IKVFX. You know, sometimes the absolute best insights come from the exact moments a system just completely breaks down. We're not just looking at a standard media file today, folks. We are investigating a full-blown anomaly. We're going to put a bombastic title side by side with its actual, glitching transcript to uncover what is honestly a bizarre digital mystery.
Section 1. The Promise of Destruction. To really understand the anomaly of our source material, we've got to first look at the immense expectations set up by the creator. Just read this bombastic title to yourself. The world's most satisfying giant egg domino destruction. I mean, it literally screams for attention, right? It's promising this epic physics simulation and a huge sensory payoff.
Now, look at how every single word here is precision engineered to trigger your anticipation for a chaotic 3D event. Satisfying promises us a clean resolution. Giant, well, that scales the whole thing up. Egg implies this fragile, messy catastrophe. Domino basically guarantees a kinetic chain reaction. And destruction, that's the ultimate payoff. Just by reading those 5 words, your brain has already built a highly detailed, visually intense mental movie, hasn't it? Plus, the channel name itself, IKVFX, explicitly primes us for what's coming. VFX is the universal shorthand for computer-generated imagery, right? High-end digital simulations. So the stage is perfectly set for a massive, computationally heavy digital spectacle.
Moving on to Section 2, the transcript anomaly revealed. So, after all of that incredible buildup, the narrative just falls off a digital cliff. What does the transcript actually reveal? With a title that descriptive, you would totally anticipate rich auditory cues, right? Like brackets reading dominoes clattering or maybe a booming voiceover. We are primed for sensory overload. But the reality? The reality is starkly, almost frighteningly minimalist. This is it. This right here is the entire transcript provided for the media. It's a completely bizarre, repetitive glitch. Just the word heat, repeated over and over again. No narrator, no falling objects, just this mechanical, stuttering output. It is literally as if the captioning algorithm was completely overwhelmed, or maybe it was just straight up hallucinating.
Section 3. Analyzing the word data. Now, rather than just dismissing this as a mere error, let's actually treat this sparse text as a literal data set. The word appears exactly 16 times. Not 15, not 20, exactly 16 iterations, forming this rhythmic, almost suffocating loop. In the total absence of a giant egg breaking, the algorithm just gives us a 16-beat pulse of a single, highly charged word.
And get this, the loop contains one brilliantly strange grammatical anomaly. The very first iteration is inexplicably lowercase, HEAT. But immediately following that, iterations 2 through 16 aggressively demand your attention with a capital H. The text doesn't just repeat, you guys, it transforms. It escalates. It actually gets louder.
Looking at this composition, we really have to ask ourselves if this shift to capitalization represents a sudden, intense escalation in the digital environment. The lowercase heat makes up just a tiny fraction of the data. The vast majority of it is dominated by that capitalized heat. Analytically speaking, this suggests a threshold was crossed, like a low-level hum suddenly became a persistent, blaring alarm. This data clearly exposes the massive gap between expectation and reality. Just look at the breakdown. The title gives us 8 unique words, absolutely rich with adjectives and punctuation. But the transcript? It gives us double the word count, but only 1 unique word. 0 adjectives, 0 punctuation. It's wild. The title is this complex human marketing hook, while the transcript is just the flattened, panicked heartbeat of a machine.
Bringing us to Section 4. The meaning of the glitch.
So, why on earth did the machine hear the word heat? Think about what's actually happening under the hood during a simulation like this. We can hypothesize that this transcript represents the literal stages of a computer's physical friction. Step 1. The initial domino drop begins. That's our lowercase heat as the processor just starts to warm up. Step 2. The complex 3D physics render massively strains the system, and that's when the capitalization kicks in. Heat, heat, heat. Step 3. The giant egg finally impacts. The system is essentially sweating at this point, and the algorithm, glitching out under the sheer computational weight, outputs literally the only word that makes sense for an overheating machine.
It leaves us with this profound digital mystery to ponder.
Does the heat represent the simulated friction of the dominoes, the literal melting of the giant egg, or is it the IK VFX rendering engine finally giving out and crying for help? It's just a brilliant reminder that sometimes the most fascinating part of internet culture isn't the hyper-satisfying 3D spectacle we were promised, but the beautiful, chaotic glitch hiding underneath it all. So, what do you think the algorithm was truly trying to tell us? Keep analyzing, keep questioning, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.